Hello, Sedat.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
It's such an honor to be here with Sedat Çakır, the initiator of the Sultans Trail. We walked together 10 years ago on part of the Croatian trail, and it's so funny, it's odd to be here. In fact, we should be sitting or standing in Topkapi Palace, I think, in Istanbul, overlooking the Bosporus.
At least.
At least, but now we are in the Hodgson House. It's also a former palace overlooking the Sparne, so it's not too bad. With the question most people ask, where's the Sultanstrail? Where does it start? Where does it end? Can you tell us?
It depends where you start your trail, but normally people start in Vienna, in Austria, and go through Bratislava, in small part in Slovakia, and then go to Hungary. Depending on the choices, they go to Croatia, like we did, or to Serbia, and then Bulgaria, and very small part of Greece and Turkey. And eventually they end in Istanbul.
Yes, and they may be hiking and biking, or biking. And
so they can cycle. We have also people head on a horseback. So you can go on a horseback or with a donkey or like most of us, walking or cycling.
Okay, it sounds like fun. And we also
it is fun.
Had a lot of fun walking with the group north of Ocek for a few days.
Yeah.
And, well, you already explained it, in fact, or you already told us that, in fact, the direction is from Vienna to Istanbul.
From Vienna to Istanbul.
And why is that? Why? I mean, I heard that the armies of Sultan Suleiman I, they were, heading from Istanbul to Vienna. So we take the opposite direction. Why? Because it's an old army.
You have to be careful with things that you do, and we like to have a kind of peace route that people promote peace. And also the historical background of the route is mostly people were going from Europe to Istanbul. So there was a trade route and a military route and everything. So it's also known in Serbia and Croatia as Carski Drum, so the road to the Tsar of the Sultan, or the Herenweg in the German countries. So it was always, mostly people were going to Istanbul for trade.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's clear then. And a little bit in a village nearby Ocek, we were staying in a bed and breakfast, I remember. Do you remember? We had breakfast. Yes. We had a very strong liquor to start the day with.
Rakia.
Yes. Very funny. Good start. And the owner told us that the colored houses, I mean, they were related to the backgrounds of the people. They were either from Hungarian, they had green houses, other were German, they had brown houses. On another occasion, Darko, our guide, told us about Serbian friends who fought with them during the Croatian War of Independence. And I found those talks so important. And this is also what I understood from you is really one of the main goals of the Sultanstrail, to connect with people.
Yeah, while walking and cycling, this is a slow mean of traveling. So then you have a lot of moments to contact with others. And it's also with this context, you have also a lot of opportunities to talk about the history, the nature, or whatever comes to the table at that moment. But mostly in contested areas, you have a lot of talks about the history and who owns what and things like that, which likes very aggressive, but it's good to have these kind of talks because you need moments in the history to reconcile with the history in the past. So there is the necessity to talk about, and with strangers who walk by, you can have this kind of talks without having really deep discussions or fights or whatever is necessary with people who really are involved with the conflict.
Yes. And then the material and immaterial heritage we found on the trail, already on that part too. Churches that were old mosques converted into churches, remnants of mosque. We found, of course, Turkish coffee on the road. But also in one village we found a Serbian Orthodox church, and we found it was dedicated to Saint Anna. And then you told me this story about
about
Anna, what it means in Turkish. Can you explain? It's such a funny anecdote.
I don't know. I'm personally very interested in Saint Anna, which is the mother of Maria. And I thought always she was really underestimated saint in the Christianity. But also the Saint Anna is in Turkish mother. So I thought this is a good combination of Saint Anna, a personal interest, but also a mother, and it's also connecting the people on the road. So at one point, I'm not Christian, but I thought maybe it's a good patron saint of the Sultanstrail, have a Saint Anna.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks very much for this brief talk. I think we touched upon a lot of aspects and themes that we are going to talk about today, but in a more thorough way. So thanks again.
Yeah.
And we give the floor to the scholars.
Thank you.